All right, man. Let's talk about Killian Hayes season in review. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Okay, so obviously you see the stat line right there: 6 points, 9 points a game, 3.2 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 38.3% from the field, 26.3% from the three, 77% from the free throw line, and everything else. His career high was against Oklahoma City's D team, 26 points, 4-1-22 is the date. Assist high was 12 versus Charlotte, February 11th, 2022. He had 3 games of five plus steals per game. Um, so I mean, and he even had 1.8 steals. So at the end of the day, we threw 2 seasons, and a lot of people look at it as he played. You know, he didn't play that many games. He started 58 games. All right. So that's only he started. He went to the bench and he played 92 games. So there you go, right there. So when he played one season in 10 games, that's how people look at it, right? But I look at it as you've been in the league for 2 full seasons. And if you look at his stat line, um, he had point one jump and steal and points per games per personal fouls went up, but his games went up. You know, point one block went up, point two. Well, he had point two, 1.2 steals, not point eight, 1.8. 4.2 assists. He dropped off an assist. Came up a little bit on the rebounds, and his free throw percentage dropped, but he attempted more free throws and he made more free throws. Um, his 2 point attempts went down. His percentage went up. Um, 3 point percentage went down. But he attempted more. Well, he attempted less. So his minutes went up. His minutes went up. Well, shit, my bad. Went down by point 0.8. So like I said before, man, I'm ready to label him a bust, but he only 20 years old. So I just think either you can see shades of great play. We ain't see no shades of great play from him. The ball handling still shaky. The mechanics of the shot is getting better though, for sure. His shot mechanics for sure getting better. So that's what we can say. Seem like his release on 3 pointers, but it's just ain't enough there, man. And we really need him to be that guy. Because if he can be that guy, bro, at point guard, man, that's one less position that we need to hold. We really don't need him off the bench because Isaiah Livers can really be the point forward off the bench and make a lot of things happen off the bench. So we really need him to get in that starting lineup, take control, being an aggressive point guard. You ain't got to go out there and have the best jumper in the world, but he still don't got a floater, still ain't finishing at the rim the way he should be finishing. At the end of the day, they should be wiping his hands. I know Dwayne Casey said this time next year won't be development games for him. You might as well just save yourself the cost. Same thing with DeBoye. You cut ties with him. The only reason they're not cutting ties with Hayes is because they picked him. That's it. They picked him, and that's it. Stan Van Gundy, whoever succeeded him, picked him, man, he wouldn't even be there. Let's be real. He would be nowhere to be found. If some other regime to be picked him, he'd be cut, traded, flipped, just like Seoko DeBoye. He'd be gone. He'd be gone quick. He'd be gone expeditiously, dude. So, that's just the truth. That's the God honest truth. So, but yeah, like I said before, I just I don't know, man, to really come for that, man, because if you also look at it, the Pistons been talking about picking up guards. You hear people talking about Jalen Brunson, Colin Sexton, which we talked about Colin Sexton yesterday. We talked about Brunson the day before. You know what I'm saying? They've been talking about picking up other guards already. So the Pistons don't believe. If you believe in Killian Hayes, you're not about to go out there and spend 20 you're not about to go out there and spend 20 million, 25 million, 30 million on the guard. Potentially if you talk about Zach LaVine, you're not about to go spend that. Tell me I'm lying. You're not about to go out there and spend that amount of money. So, that's something to look at. That's something to look at. You're not about to spend that amount of money. So they giving up on Hayes anyway. And like I said before, the game plan should have been he was so awful, man, as an offensive player. The game plan should have been, you know what, man, let's sit this Joker on the bench, develop him behind the scenes, right? You know, he'll never come back in the G League because they know he's not good enough. Let's sit him on the bench, right? Develop him behind the scenes. You know what they should have been working on him with, bro, first? They should have been working on his ball handling and finishing at the rim. It's so many there's so many basketball players, man, or teachers that's teaching the game wrong. You know, if you know you don't work on form starting at the bucket, bro. I mean starting at the 3-point line. You start working at his jumper at the bucket. You know, he should be working on his handles first. That's the first thing they should be working on. If you're gonna be a point guard, man, or you know, the only way you get away with not really having handles at that position if you a slasher like Gerald Wallace, getting to the rim and finishing at the rim. He ain't no slasher. You know, his ball handling is trash. What are they working on with him? His handles should be they should be working on his handles. All right. Then when he get his handles down pat, they should be working on him getting to the rim, finishing through contact, finishing strong at the rim. When he got that down pat, then they should be working on the floater. That's all he need right now. Some ball handling, left, right, you know, dribbling, getting to the rack, finishing. And then when they pack the paint in like they do with Giannis, shooting the floater. That's it. Then you work on his mid-range junk, elbow to elbow. You work on little Tony Parker mid. They need to go send him to work with Tony Parker, bro. Real talk. Cause he man he they just need to cut him, man. I just take the tab, man, because he useless. He the good defender, but you know if you so you know really good defender, man, you need to be able to do something on the offensive end. And passing ain't good enough. I just let you know, man, that they don't know how to evaluate talent. I told y'all, you know, I was like, man, dude, trash. Even like he's playing in a middle school league over there in France. Ain't nothing get better this year, man. But his mechanics of his 3-pointer, and he ain't still make enough of them. When he make a 3-pointer, it's a celebration. When he had 10 points, you know, 10 assists, people go crazy. I ain't mad at y'all for rooting for him, but damn, at some point you got to move on. At some point, this ain't working. He can't even dribble. So it's no improvement. People say, well, you only played 1 year in the league. Man, I know niggas on the street right now dribble better than him. That's a problem. Kids in the neighborhood dribble better than him. No cap. Kids in the neighborhood play better than him. Think about that for a minute. Kids in the neighborhood dribble better than him, man. And that's a problem. If he wasn't 6'5", no way near he would be in the league. So at the end of the day, bro, next year, I mean, really, I'll cut ties with him this year, but next year, make and break. Only reason you keep him around because he showed some promise, you know, off the bench. That dude, you know, he the reason we got a top pick. Had they figured out to let K Cunningham have the ball earlier, dude, we'd probably be like 8, 9, 10 in the lottery minimum. So I mean, it is what it is. But you know, I ain't see no improvement. People want to talk about the amount of games played. I'm looking at the player. You had off season to get better, and you ain't got better at dribbling. You ain't got better at shooting the ball better. You ain't got better at getting at the rim. You know what I'm saying? To the point where the Pistons giving up on them. That's why you hear them talking about Bronson and Colin Sexton and all these other dudes. Zach Levine, they ain't being thrown out there. That's why. That's exactly why. That's exactly why, bro. Because he ain't cutting the cake. Oh, that man ain't cutting butter right now with a hot knife. And that's just the honest truth. Everybody rooting for him, and everybody want to root for the underdog. He definitely the underdog under the damn under the damn basement underdog. Boy, a dweller. You know, that dude a dweller. You know, so I really ain't see no improvement off the bench. He played with some more confidence, but he still can't dribble. You gotta ask yourself, like, what are they working on? What are they working on? That's the question. Where's the development at? Like, dog, I can take a kid on the street, we can improve ball handling. At this point, you got to question, can it be done? Can he develop? Can it happen? You know? And it looked like they plan on him being on the bench for a while. He might get flipped. But I don't know who will want him. Because he can't run your offense because he can't dribble. He could defend, but he can't, like, shoot. He can't even cut to the rim and get you a bucket. Crazy to me. Real crazy. But like I said before, man, fans gonna keep rooting for him. You know, I guess it's like rooting for the underdog. You know, but I just, I don't see it. I don't see enough improvement, and they don't see it neither. And that's why they choosing to go with That's why they choosing to go with They talking about getting picking a guard up in free agency. You know, and he supposed to be, even at 20 years old, he supposed to be able to dribble and get to the rim. He can't even get to the rim. Like I said, I just never understand the thinking to draft him. And maybe you get in the interviews, you interviewing the kid, you really, really like him. You're like, I really like this kid. Maybe you get in there, you really, really like him. You know what I'm saying? He a nice person and all that. But like I said before, man, talent win basketball games, not character. You need character on the championship team, but I'm looking at talent. You can work on character some of the times, but who knows? Who knows? But like I said, I didn't see enough to still to keep believing, bro. I never believe. He ain't even made me a believer once. He can pass, that's it. But you can't dribble, you can't shoot, you can't finish at the rack. You know what I'm saying? What can you do? It ain't like you a lockdown. Yeah, you lock down Trae Young, but it ain't like you going out there locking down people night in, night out. And even Bruce Bowen had to hit a corner three. Even Rajah Bell and Tony Allen had to do something. Had to cut to the lane and finish at the rim and hit an open shot every now and again. He can't even do that. I'm surprised more people, if he was on the floor, didn't do the hack of Killian. That's what I've been doing, hack of Killian. But it wasn't enough of a jump this year, man. And that's why the Pistons giving up on him, bro. You ain't draft nobody number 7 overall to bring him off the bench at this point. But I don't see nobody want him unless he a salary cap, filler for a trade. But I just don't see it. At least in Andre Drummond, he rebounded and put it back. That's all he did, especially against bad teams. That's all he did. You see over there in Brooklyn, boy, a liability. Your boy was sitting here, darkness when Drummond was gone. Like, man, shut your cornball ass up, man. He don't know shit what he talking about neither, bro. He don't know shit about basketball. I don't know. I don't listen to what he talk about on foot. I don't listen to him, period. But they don't know shit saying that. You know what I'm saying? Feeding the city poison is bad take. Boy, trash. Darkness. They should sit here, man. A lot of people just media slave. But I do Andre Drummond. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't shit, man. He ain't been shit in this series, dude. There ain't no Robert Williams in this series and nothing either. Like I said, man, Detroit fans been loving Bonds, boy. They've been loving him. That's one thing to love my team, Cleves, because he brought happiness to the state in the national championship. But Jesus, and he was from Flint with the Flintstones. But it's another thing. Killian Hayes ain't it. At least my team can dribble. Shit, he can't even dribble. You just wonder what they working on him with. What are they working on with Killian Hayes? That's just $1 million question. But F for another failed season. F Killian. It's not personal, Frenchie, but F. Let me know what you girls and guys think. thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, next subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, response, or video request, all my social media links in the description. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Other than that, check the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. One time for one time. Peace.